afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Pratik. Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
How are you?
Sir, I'm good.
I'm sensing just a little bit of nervousness.
Yes, sir. I'm fine right now.
I'm not finding you as you were outside when we discussed.
Yes, sir. Because of the ambience.
Yeah, but actually that is how relaxed you should be.
Yes, sir.
And actually interview also is going to go on in that relaxed, very friendly and trusting atmosphere.
Yes, sir.
So no need to take absolutely any kind of tension.
Yes, sir.
Let us start with like current issues of Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
Is political instability adversely affecting the development of Maharashtra?
Yes, sir. In a way, it is true. This will be a true statement because the semiconductor industry, which was supposed to come to Pune, that have been gone to Gujarat, and the main reason for that is the political stability of Gujarat and instability which was happening in Maharashtra. Apart from that, Maharashtra had the skill workforce, electricity exemptions, stamp duty exemptions, and land and per unit electricity also subsidy was given by the government of Maharashtra. Government of Maharashtra was ready for it, but the political instability was one reason where the semiconductor industry went to Gujarat.
What is the name of that company?
So it is Foxconn.
Is it a full name?
I'm aware of it in a way.
Is it not Vedanta Foxconn?
Yes, sir. It is a joint venture between Vedanta and Foxconn.
And what is the reason they gave?
Sorry, sir. I have not followed it.
Because Vedanta Foxconn did not say Maharashtra is politically unstable and Gujarat is politically stable, so we are going there.
Yes, sir.
In fact, Vedanta has recently declared that another equally big project will be initiated in Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
So political instability is not adversely affecting Maharashtra.
Sir, I will have to read in detail about it. The basics seemed in that way.
Okay. Because Vedanta Foxconn will be a rather separate issue.
Yes, sir.
Which Shiva Sena is true Shiva Sena according to you?
So according to me, the Shiva Sena led by the Chief Minister Shri Shindeji will be the true Shiva Sena because of the principles that they are following, because of the path that was initially started by Shri Balasaheb Thackeray. So if we consider in terms of ideology, then the group which is led by Shri Eknathji Shinde will be the true Shiv Sena.
Is that how a decision is taken about any political party?
No, sir. Election Commission of India under the Election Commission Order 1968 takes the decision, which is usually taking consideration about the number of MPs, MLAs, MLCs, and the members in Rajya Sabha in total. That is also being undertaken.
So they are not talking about whose ideology is close to Balasaheb's ideology.
Yes, sir.
That is the reason you are giving.
So, in my opinion, I say.
And I am absolutely certain Uddhav Thackeray will be angry at you.
Yes, sir.
There is a Nabam Revia case.
Yes, sir. I was aware.
Remember that? What is that?
Sir, I'm not able to recall it, but I have read about it, sir.
Even if you remember some implication or what bearing does the Nabam Revia case have on decision about Shiva Sena in Maharashtra?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it as of now.
Okay.
But I'll read about it,
Yeah,
sir.
absolutely, Pratik. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pratik, what is Operation Kaveri?
Ma'am, Operation Kaveri, recently it is in news with respect to evacuations of Indian which are stranded in the Sudan.
And what is the problem in Sudan?
Ma'am, the tussle between the army as well as the paramilitary force, the rapid support force, have created another civil war in a situation in the Sudan. So that was the reason, because of the instability and the widespread violence which is occurring in the Sudan.
But Sudan is a very rich in natural resources. Then why there is so much of poverty?
Ma'am, because there are multiple reasons for this. First reason, because Sudan is trapped into the larger geopolitical issues such as the USA and Russia. Sudan is trapped in there. Secondly, mostly the reserves which are mined goes to the securities. The expenditure that they incur in terms of Wagner Group's expenditure, or in order to maintain the cohesion of the people. So a lot of resource goes to there.
There is one source, which is natural resource, which is found there, and it is highest in the world. Have you heard? Largest in the world. Have you heard of that?
Ma'am, I'm aware. Basically, I'm aware about the region, but sorry, ma'am, I'm not aware about.
You must read about the gold
Yes,
part.
gold.
Your biodata shows that you are a player. You are very keen on going to defense, trying or tried.
Yes, ma'am.
So my next question to you is that India is now the world's 4th largest military spender. How much are we spending, and why do we have to spend? Basically, we are a non-violent country.
Ma'am, currently we are spending 5.94 lakh crores for the defense.
In terms of percentage, any idea?
13%.
No,
The total budget.
Okay.
Of the total budget, it will be
1.97.
Yes, ma'am. In terms of GDP, 1.97%.
Yeah.
In terms of this year's budget, it will be 30.
Let's come to it. That's very
ma'am.
scary, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We are. Our principles are global peace, stability, and world peace. But in general, ma'am, the world do not understand the language of peace, and we have to maintain the credible deterrence in order to maintain our own security. As we have the two hostile neighbor on our borders, which India have fought war against for a defense purpose and never attacked them, and still their budget is, for example, for China, the budget will be 4-fold more, around $300 billion. So we need to strengthen our defenses. Indian Defense Services, as the name suggests, ma'am, it is for the defense of a country, to maintain our sovereignty, territorial integrity, and for that it is required.
But you know, our equipments are age old. Every second day we hear that somebody has lost his life due to air crash and this and that. What was your motivation of choosing defense in such negative environment?
Ma'am, my father has served Indian Army for 20 years, so he was the prime motivation for me to join. And ma'am, these are the mechanical failure that happens. And in a long run, government of India is also thinking about the modernization of army and inculcation of the new technology and new machineries. But my primary motto was to make my father proud and live the dreams that I wanted to.
Okay, my last question to you, quick one. How to decriminalize our elected bodies like panchayats, legislative bodies, parliament?
Ma'am,
what strategy should we follow?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we need to establish fast track court in order to get the speedy result of these sort of cases, where particularly the MPs, MLAs and state legislators in general are being accused of. So particularly political parties should themselves come with a model code of conduct that they will not give ticket to such a person who is having a record of a heinous crime in general. That will be the primary step, and if the ticket is given and a person is elected, then within a time frame of 1 year or 1.5 years, that can be given to the fast track court in order to dispose the cases. So speedy resolution is required, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Good afternoon, Pratik.
Good afternoon,
How
sir.
are you?
I'm good, sir.
I see you were involved with NCC during school, was it, or college?
College, sir.
College. So did you get any A certificate, B certificate, whatever?
Yes, sir. I have B and C certificate with A grade.
BNC, excellent. So it was a naval wing?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. So, Can you tell me the rank badges of a rear admiral in the Navy?
Rear admiral. So it will be one golden strip, broad, and 3 will be a smaller one.
Is there any other one also?
That is one, sir, I am aware.
There is a for formal occasions. There is another one.
Sorry, sir, I am not aware, but I'll definitely look into it, sir.
Look it up.
Yes, sir.
The Navy's flag, it underwent a change recently,
Yes,
and it has a Maharashtra connection.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it.
Sir, the naval ensign have been shifted. There is a in Maharashtra. It is there is a particular ensign, sir, which says that Pratipa Chandra Lekhe va Vardeshnu Vishnu Vandita Shah Suno Shivak Shaiksha Mudra Vadraya Rajate. So that Raj Mudra have been taken into the naval flag.
Okay. So Raj Mudra is what portion?
The octagonal portion.
Right.
Is MA English, huh?
I know. I know. We'll come to that.
Yeah.
So, right, and the, what do you call it? The anchor. Is there a difference in the anchor which is there now and what used to be before?
Sir, I am not noticed it, but
Take a
I'll
look.
look
The
into
old
it.
one was what is called a fouled anchor. This one is a straight anchor. And you have done MA English.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I read out some lines, maybe you just tell me where they come from, either the writer or the book, whichever. To be or not to be?
Sir, it is Hamlet, William Shakespeare.
Good. If music be the food of love, play on.
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware.
12th night. Frailty, thy name is woman.
Still, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Da data deyadham damyata.
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware.
Wow.
Sorry, sir.
T.S.
I'll read
Eliot nahi
about
padha?
it, sir.
T.S. Eliot was not part of your course somewhere?
Yes, sir. T.S. Eliot was
The
there.
Wasteland?
Yes, it was there.
Weightless Wasteland.
Wasteland.
So
Yeah.
what lines does it end? Da data deyadham damyata. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Please, sir, I want some more.
Sorry, sir. I will have to read a lot. I'm not able to recall, sir, as of now.
Oliver Twist? No?
No, sir.
Papa, what is money?
Still, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Chal. That's Dickens again, Dombey and Son.
Thank you.
The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity.
Still, sir, I'm not able to recall, sir.
Chalo, I think that we'll put an end to English literature. That's Yeats, by the way. What made you take up literature?
So I have a rural background, so English was one of the issues that I had. So I took admission into MA English so that I can improve my reading, speaking abilities. And as I was also preparing for SSB interviews, so I thought MA and particularly English will help me in my interviews also.
Good.
So that way, that was the
Good reason. It has, I mean, the effect shows. So you should be happy about that.
Thank you.
Final and last question. Where did you attend your SSB and how was that experience? Can you tell us something?
Sir, I attended SSBs at Allahabad and at Gandhinagar. Both were good. One from CDSE and second from FCAT examination. Experience was good, sir. I was able to go through conference, but it was conference out all the time. So that was one thing which remaining. But overall experience, sir, it was 5 days I got to interact
What was
with.
the salient feature that this is what I liked about that?
So everything, I would say, sir.
Everything.
Everything about
Okay.
it. Because that was the moment during NCC also we were striving, and when we went there, it was a sort of a mini national India, mini India from different part of the country. Candidates were coming, so it was a great opportunity to look into them and see.
Good afternoon, brother.
Good afternoon, sir.
Continuing the same discussion, how did you handle the pressure and failures and setbacks that you faced in defense examination?
So initially it was difficult, but gradually, sir, I tried to improve on the various aspects where I was lagging behind, and I still was working, but sir, unfortunately I could not make it. But as everyone says, sir, failure is also part of life, so I have taken it in a positive way, and I believe, sir, today when I'm here, I believe significant things that I have done.
Okay. You are interested in playing this online chess?
Yes, sir.
Have you recently heard about this Carlson-Niemann controversy?
Yes, sir, it was there. Basically, it was about the illegal moves that both the players made. It was Niemann who played an illegal move. In response, Carlson did not even thought about it. He also played an illegal move. And the referee first gave verdict in terms of the Niemann, and the second referee then overturned the decision and gave Magnus the victory.
Okay. They're having also lots of accusations about cheating in online games.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on it?
So financial scams particularly are one of the major highlight. Second is, as 46% of the online players are women, so the region is also not considered to be safer for them. And also these platforms also provide an option of a chat bot. So in a way, these are also putting a danger to the security conditions, because as these games do not have a boundaries, so the players from a different country can interact. So that particular portion does not come under any regulation. So that is also something which is being used for the security gaps which are there. So the three reasons, sir.
Are there any provisions to breach, to in a way control these particular security lapses that are taking place?
So sadly, for security concerns, there are no provisions as of now. But we have a draft online gaming policy, but which is also not yet implemented. So it is into the pipeline that the government of India is thinking and doing. Currently, the game comes under IT Rule 2000. Okay.
You have done your BSc.
Yes, sir.
How do you assess current situation of research in India?
Sir, if I assess it rightfully, it will be very poor, because in terms of GDP, we are only contributing to 0.6%. And sadly, majority of it are coming through the corporate social responsibility by a private sector and not from a government institution. But recently, as the new space policy of India have came up, government of India have decided that now ISRO will be more focusing on the research and development, and private sector will be given more space to breathe in for the missions that are being conducted. So there are steps which are in the right direction. But as we say, sir, technology is going to drive the next global revolution in terms of the economy or any way. So India need to capitalize on, and India have taken ample of steps. For example, the National Quantum Computing Mission, National Mission on Supercomputing, and various other initiatives Government of India is taking in order to capitalize on these issues in these sectors as early as possible.
Okay. So apart from these government efforts or private efforts, what educational institutions can do to enhance the level of research?
So educational institution can have a collaborative approach. For example, in Pune, when we used to study, then National Chemical Laboratories or University of Pune, they have the physics laboratory. So there is an give and take relation which happens. But because of the constraints that are put in, because of particularly finance, that is one issue which needs to addressed in the beginning, and government can create a special dedicated fund for the research and development, and also public, private and philanthropic support should also be taken in order to have a holistic development of this research and development culture that we need.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Pratik,
Yes, sir.
when was first Republic Day observed?
Sir, 1950, the first Republic Day was observed.
1950 which day?
26 January 1950.
Date might be right, but year, are you sure?
Yes, sir, it should be, because we adopted the constitution.
In detail, read more in detail.
Yes, sir.
Now, where is graveyard of patent tank located?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
When battle took place in Pakistan, lost many patent tanks.
Yes, sir.
That area is called popularly graveyard of patents.
Thank you, sir.
No, but did you hear about it? Did you?
No, sir. I have
Nothing
not.
came to your mind.
No, sir.
Forget. Now, tell me, Rahul Gandhi disqualified as an
Yes, sir. So because of the allegations, because of the he was convicted on the case of defamation that he has faced, and he was awarded a sentence of 2 years plus. And under Representation of People Act 1951, if a sitting MLA, MP or legislator has been awarded for a sentence which is over 2 years, he will be disqualified as a member of parliament.
Does he get entitled to seek any relief?
Yes, sir. He can appeal to the higher courts, which he had appealed. Firstly, with respect to the stay that he wanted to put, but the Honorable High Court have rejected it. And secondly, a second petition that he had filed was with respect to the appeal against the order of the Session Court of the Surat.
Recently, the political party called Aam Aadmi Party got the status of national party,
Yes, sir.
while some parties lost the status of national
Yes.
party.
Yes.
What it is about?
So this is about the performance of the electoral parties with respect to the last 2 elections prior. For example, Communist Party, Trinamool Congress, they lost their status because of the criteria that the Election Commission have set up for a party to be declared as national parties, and these parties have not been able to perform as per the criteria, and Aam Aadmi Party did perform.
What are the theories of evolution?
So first is Darwin's theory of evolution, second is Lamarckian theory, and third will be the modern theory of evolution. Lamarck's basically talks about use and disuse of an organ. So if we are using an organ more, it will develop. And in terms of Darwin, he talks about the survival of the fittest and evolution of the fittest. Whereas modern theory of evolution, in general, it talks about the various factors that comes into evolution. For example, migration, mutation, natural selection, genetic drift, and so on.
Who was K.B. Hedgewar?
So Keshav G. Hedgewar was the founder of the Rashtriya Swayam Sangh, RSS, which is headquartered in Nagpur.
Swayamsevak.
Swayamsevak.
Okay. You organized blood donation camp also.
Yes, sir.
What are the qualifications to be with the donor?
Yes, sir. So there are 2 criteria. First, a person should be above 17 to 18 years and should be above 50 kilograms of weight. And he or she should not have taken any medications in the prior 24 hours and should not be having any blood transfusible diseases. So these are basic criteria.
How much blood is taken out of a person in once?
So 1 pint is taken out, which is equivalent to 350 ml, more or less. Yes.
Okay. You also got interest in swimming.
Yes, sir.
You swim yourself. You swim yourself or
Yes.
just watch?
I swim myself, sir.
How many, which stroke?
I do 4 of the stroke, base stroke, back stroke, butterfly, and freestyle.
While we have done laurels in many sports and games, shooting, badminton,
Yes, sir.
hockey, cricket also, but we have not done anything in swimming at international level.
Yes. So since 1986, India have not got any international medal. Last was in Asian Games. So because swimming is very costly in India, around and a lot of people cannot afford it. Secondly, it requires huge infrastructure. It requires regular maintenance cost. It requires coaches and a lot of other supported staff, which is not there as of now in India. So we need to work upon that. For example, even when we were used to play water polo during our college time, we had to find a specific hours for our training purpose. So sports in general are not given that much of importance, which it should and which it deserves, sir.
Okay, all the best, Pratik.
Thank you, sir.
I see a very interesting thing on your DAF. When it comes to your cadre preferences, you are picking up Maharashtra as first choice for both IAS, IPS.
Yes, sir.
But your second choice is respectively Punjab or Karnataka.
Yes, sir.
So let's hear your thinking behind it.
He loves disturbed dealing.
Huh?
He loves disturbed areas.
No, I doubt he has a girlfriend in Punjab.
Sorry.
Sadly, sir, no.
Sadly.
Sadly, sir, no. As I believe, sir, in Punjab, my particular interests are more into sports, education, rural development, and employment generation. So in Punjab, I believe, sir, a lot of scopes are available for that. And
By the time you are selected and you would join, are you sure Punjab will continue to be that Punjab of your dreams, devoted to sports, etc.? Or will you have to take on the Khalistan issue?
Sir, I believe I'm an optimistic person, so I want to believe that Punjab of the time will be a better place. And with respect to the issue of Khalistan, yes, for that a comprehensive strategy will be required, sir.
And then for IAS, your second choice is Punjab.
Yes, sir.
But suddenly IPS, then you want to go to Karnataka.
Yes, sir. Because I believe, sir, as in policing as well as administration, these are two different wings. But I thought, sir, for personal thing, I will be more closer as in police to my state of Maharashtra. So I chose Karnataka.
What are the tribes in Maharashtra?
So in Maharashtra, Rajgond, Bhils, Halba, Halbi, Varli, and these are the main tribes which are there in Maharashtra.
Remember Gowaris?
Goari. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it right now.
There is a massive tragedy concerned with not only Maharashtra but Nagpur, where Gowaris are very important.
So is it associated with Melgha Tiger Reserve issue? Then sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Okay. What is the difference between a republic and a democracy?
Sir, a democracy not necessarily becomes a republic. For example, to be a republic, we should have an elected head of a state, or any office in a state should be open to everyone. For example, if you consider with United Kingdom, then in the democracy, there is a monarchy, which is not a republic. In India, we have an indirectly elected president. So that qualifies to be the republic as well as the democratic.
Thank you, Pratik.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Basically and essentially a very good interview. In terms of 8th of May, we all know that you are all set. But it is April 27. So like on 10th day, 10 clear days, and then on 11th you have the interview.
Yes, sir.
So from here to now 8th, it's called the hockey stick learning curve. You are already good. There is no doubt about it.
Thank you, sir.
All right interview technique. Largely, I will say, I will put it to over 89% to the extent to which I can quantify. You are all set for the content also. Content also. It's not like throughout the interview. There may always be fine tuning. I'm going to discuss that with you. But it's not like you gave some wrong answer or that you have some wrong concept or etc. So you are all set, all there. What is now required is fine tuning, and I'm going to say more important than even fine tuning will be a careful, which you will do, I know, but I'm just taking this opportunity to get it out, to stay supremely updated as of 8th of May.
Yes, sir.
In all issues. In summing up also, I think I'm going to come to this issue, but absolutely update, starting with your birth date, therefore possible questions on Republic. That is one trick question.
Yes, sir.
Which you misread, and the ball is wrapped on the pad. There is a loud appeal against you, but umpire has not yet decided whether you are out or not, and you can ask for a third umpire. It's a trick question, huh?
Yes,
First Republic Day is January 26, 1931.
So, So, but it was actually declared as a Purna Swaraj Day, so I thought it was more of an first symbolic independence.
It was called as Republic Day. The decision was India will be a republic, independent India will be a republic, and therefore the Constituent Assembly consciously completed task 60 days before 26th of January.
Yes.
Trick question. In fact, you can also go on to say that 1931 was independence, but the decision was India will be republic even then. So we might as well think of 26th of January 1931 as the first republic.
Yes.
Why is my mind saying we need to check whether it is 1930 or
29th.
31?
On the river Ravi, it was.
That is the decision in December 1929.
Yes, sir.
But the movement was launched, and therefore 26th of January to be observed. That, let us double check, is the year
Yes, sir.
1930 or 31. Strong chances are it is 31,
Yes, sir.
because December 1929 AICC decides, and immediately January 26, 1930, I don't think Congress pulled off things that fast. There was a whole year of preparation, but it's always good to check up.
Yes, sir.
My point is just some brushing up.
Yes,
Huh.
sir.
So you and I started with questions on Maharashtra,
Yes, sir.
which is also not bullseye. I will say it is 9 on 10, or on 1 or 2 issues 8 on 10. So you know the issue, you argued it correctly, but missed the bullseye, 10 on 10. Huh? Does political instability adversely affect Maharashtra development? Your view is yes, and you argued, all correct. Huh? Example you gave, and also the explanation of that example, that is not correct. So you kept saying Foxconn, even after my asking specifically.
Yes, sir.
Then I reminded Vedanta. Then I also reminded one more project of the equal size. Anil Agarwal, the head of Vedanta, has declared that they are bringing a new
Sir, it was
equally big
1929.
project in Maharashtra. So the discussion, but of course political instability does affect development adversely.
Yes, sir.
Files don't clear.
Yes, sir.
When no one knows whether the same chief minister will be there in a month, files don't move.
Yes, sir.
If they know that chief minister has given an order and he is going to be there to follow it up, otherwise it will cost you, then files quickly move. But the fact is political instability does affect adversely.
Yes, sir.
You actually want to go deeper, and I will say come out with utterly outstanding score. Like, I will have to be brief, but I hope you remember the issue of municipalities in Maharashtra not able to conduct elections for last one full year.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember the issue?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember what is the reason?
So they, because of the reservation and the demarcation that they had brought in, so that was one reason. The opposition alleged that that will benefit to the ruling party, BJP and Sena, and that was with respect to the political voting consideration. So there was a reorganization of the
On a
constituency.
similar ground, MP elections for municipalities also were delayed, but by now they are now conducted.
Yes.
Why?
I will have to deeply check, sir.
So Pratik, in a way, in this
Sir,
discussion,
it
once
was
more,
1929. I checked it.
29,
I checked it.
26 January 1929,
29.
can't be.
ऐसे ही लिखा है सर. आप चेक कर लीजिए.
It can't be. That I can't be. The resolution for Purna Swaraj
हाँ.
is December 1929, and then the civil disobedience movement was to be launched, and that was 26th of January as the Republic Day.
I
This
just
is-
checked. Purna Swaraj Day is 26 January 1930. Purna Swaraj Day.
Yes.
उस दिन ये वर्ड जो कॉइन हुआ है जो हमें करना है, चलिए चेक कर लीजिएगा.
हाँ
हम तो नेट से कर रहे हैं, गलत भी हो सकता
हाँ,
है. ठीक है.
that for sure.
नहीं वैसे
हाँ, Pratik,
Yes, sir. We'll definitely. look into it.
automatically in our this discussion also, once again, my point about knowing the point, but not getting 10 on 10. This time I'm going to say 8, not 9. This time 8. Huh?
Yes.
There is this issue of OBC reservations.
Yes, sir.
Supreme Court, in a decision in 2010, okay, declared political reservation for OBCs in local self-government. So very precise decision. This is Kishan Gowli and others. The case is known as Kishan Gowli and others, 2010. And Supreme Court held that political reservations for OBC in local self-government bodies is unconstitutional. Okay, why? Huh? There is no definite data about the percentage of OBC population.
Yes, sir.
Since then, we have this demand of having caste census. ठीक है? Supreme Court asked for what Supreme Court called as empirical data.
Yes.
Okay, within your state, give us the data about the percentage of this thing, and we will give you a decision.
Yes, sir.
MP did it on time, submitted the data to Supreme Court. So Supreme Court cleared the path and elections were held in MP. Maharashtra hasn't done it. Now reason MP did and Maharashtra did not do is political instability.
Yes, sir.
MP, there is a steady government, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, for the third time in fact now. And in Maharashtra, whoever is ruling, their full energy and full time is going into just staying there.
Yes, sir.
This will be 10 on 10. So you do this and so Maharashtra issues. Point is, brush up on Maharashtra issues. Actually this year, I conducted one session for candidates from Maharashtra. What might be possible issues about Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
So you may later on talk to him.
Yes, sir.
He will send you the link of that session. This discussion on defense expenditure, you held your ground very well and the answers are precise. That is what I would say is 10 on 10.
Yes.
Thank you.
From my side also.
Huh?
From my side also.
Then Pratik, एक थोडंसं आता मी आपल्या नात्याच्या आधारावरचं एक प्रकारचं स्वातंत्र्य घेतो हा की इंटरव्ह्यूच्या वेळात थोडीशी एक दुःखाची छटा आली बाहेर की ओके मला आर्मी जॉईन करायची होती पण यश मिळालं नाही.
Yes, sir.
हां तर बिलकुल एम्फॅटिकली मला तुला सांगायचं आहे की थ्रो इट ऑफ.
Yes, sir. I already have.
हां
Yes.
नाही मग आत्ता बोलताना आली बरं का इंटरव्ह्यू. मी एस्पेशली तुला मोमेंट सांगतो कोणता इज वेन यू सेड आय वॉन्टेड टू मेक माय फादर प्राऊड.
Yes, sir.
युअर फादर विल स्टील बी प्राऊड ऑफ यू. नथिंग टू
Yes.
वरी.
Maybe you're meant for bigger things.
हां
Yes, sir.
and actually in the interview I was just thinking we are always short on time. I was thinking of like during the interview as a formal part of the interview, okay, that does a military general get to be India's defense secretary?
Yes, the chief of defense staff.
Is
Military
he defense secretary?
No, sir. No, he cannot be. He cannot be.
So who is defense secretary?
So he's an IAS officer.
Yeah.
But
So now think of this as opportunity
yes, sir.
to be defense secretary.
Yes, sir.
There is a principle of civilian control over uniformed forces
Yes, sir.
because we are democracy, blah blah blah. But do work on yourself.
Yes, sir.
See, as long as you have done your best,
Yes, sir.
Then let us not judge even ourselves by only the formal results you produced. I'm telling you with conviction. Those are different things. So if preparing for uniform service,
Yes.
if you worked hard, it means you have done justice. No need to feel sorry. Even if it comes on 8th of May, you should be able to be very objective, matter of fact, and state every time something or other happened, I didn't clear. That's it.
Yes, sir.
It is their loss.
Hmm.
It is their loss.
Thank you.
Okay, and just last two small parts. Gowaris
Yes, sir.
is indeed one important tribe in Vidarbha. Extremely poor. Back in 1993, Gowaris had come to Nagpur asking for government to help Gowaris. The session was on. The whole thing was handled very irresponsibly. And after the evening, police were ordered to clear up the path. Morris joint
Yes, sir.
आहे ना, नागपूरची माहिती आहे ना सगळी. तर तो जो मॉरिस जॉइंट टी पॉइंट,
T point.
पोलीस लाठी चार्ज द मॉब. चेंगरा चेंगरीमध्ये 105 जण गेले. दिस इज November or December 1993. A very major and a very sad incident in actually whole post 1960 history of Maharashtra. So take your own time to also collect proper data.
Yes, sir.
And brush up on this. Then there are some areas we couldn't cover today. Expect more questions on Vidarbha.
Yes, sir.
Also more, especially current-based questions on anthropology. For want of time, I just touched upon tribes, and that too in Maharashtra. Then the name of your college for MA English is of course Shahu.
Yes, sir.
So possible questions on Shahu Maharaj, his work, his contribution. Then today English may have troubled you,
Yes, sir.
but because MA English entry is there, you should keep yourself ready for possible questions on English.
Yes, sir.
Your explanation of why you did MA English is very good, and the way you are speaking in the interview 100% endorses it,
Thank you, sir.
that the purposes are achieved, and you are showing a very good command over spoken English also. Written English is proven by virtue of mains, but now in spoken English also.
Thank you, sir.
Then I don't think UPSC panel will go to your cadre preferences, especially the second one.
Yes, sir.
But just keep yourself ready. There I do need to say that a more convincing explanation needs to be there if the issue comes up.
Yes, sir.
As a second choice, Punjab if it is IS, but Karnataka if it is IPS.
Yes, sir.
And closer home etc. will not score, because you don't want to be closer home if it is IS.
So,
It doesn't score.
yes, sir.
On the contrary, what appears
Yes, sir.
is Punjab if it is IS. Okay, but not for IPS,
Yes, sir.
because the upcoming challenges, or that there were challenges of Khalistan terrorist movement in Punjab, and IPS was on the forefronts of meeting those challenges.
Yes, sir.
For no reason the panel may think like that unless you come up with a convincing reason.
Yes, sir.
The line I would suggest to you is to maintain that I will happily work wherever I am posted.
Yes, sir.
That whole India is our country, and I will most happily work wherever and in whatever capacity we are posted. We couldn't ask you questions on cooking.
Yes.
That can come up. Badminton, volleyball. Actually, there is a lot to discuss about water polo also. Also brush up on issues of blood donation, various blood groups, universal donor, universal acceptor, plasma, etc. And some about Navy also. He has rightly just made you aware by just giving one line of question. But Navy, because there is this entry, no Sainik and also Virat,
Yes, sir.
right? Now, as the interview goes today, we do believe this will be around 193, 194 already outstanding. Huh? But of course, you are not to remain satisfied here
Yes, sir.
and keep brushing up every day so that on 8th of May, now you come out with like better than your best. 8th of May, look for crossing 200
Yes, sir.
and look for also best of the score, that is 215. So let the brain program for 215,
Yes, sir.
right?
Certainly, I will.
Anything you want to ask, Pratik?
No, sir. You have holistically provided
Yeah,
me with
yeah.
the whole thing.
And
that
in
I
the
needed.
meanwhile, also anytime,
Yes,
you are
sir.
most welcome to contact. We are there, right? These are notes by the panel members for you.
Yes, sir.
All the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.